Not long ago, up at the North Pole, a crowd gathered round a field in the snow. We were all there to watch what happened that day when the greatest game ever of football was played. It was Team Santa Claus versus the naughty list boys, who had coal in their stockings instead of new toys. I was only a child and sat in the stands with Momma and Poppa hot cocoa in hand. We were cheering for Santa, but to our dismay, he was down by a field goal as the clock ticked away. Tried as he might, Santa just couldn't score. Both reindeer and elves were feeling quite sore. The naughty list boys were dirty and rough. They didn't like Christmas, their defense was tough. They howled and growled and gritted their teeth. They thought they would win and that Santa was beat. It was 2nd and 10, Santa needed a first. He gave it to Rudolph, who ran with a burst, but was tackled just shy of the 20-yard line as Santa yelled out, "We haven't much time." With his powerful hands he picked up the ball and spiked it quite hard as we sat there in awe. "Team Claus, gather round," he said with a grin. We were all quite surprised at the mood he was in. He wasn't mad or upset, but just gave them advice that I'll always remember the rest of my life. He said, "It's not if you win, it's not if you lose, but give it your all. It's all you can do. Anything's possible if we decide. The spirit of Christmas is truly alive." They broke from the huddle and everyone clapped. Santa yelled, "Hike!" and the football was snapped. He took a step back and stood there alone as he pointed his finger towards the end zone. We all held our breath as we gazed from afar and silently prayed to that bright northern star. I held up a banner and shouted aloud, "I believe in you, Santa," deep from the crowd. Santa gave me a smile and with the wink of an eye threw a Hail Mary way up in the sky. The reindeer and elves leaped as high as they could and the ball bounced around on hands, antlers, and hoofs. Just when it seemed that all hope was lost, who stood in the corner but little Jack Frost? Jack dove for the pass with all of his might, reached for the ball and held on to it tight. And the little old elf, so timid and small, with his courage had just won the game for them all. It wasn't his size, it wasn't his strength. His great faith and spirit made him a hero that day. Team Claus carried Jack up on their shoulders, off of the field and into the lockers. The crowd gave a roar and everyone cheered as Santa stepped back, stroking his beard. The naughty list boys started to whine. "It just isn't fair," they pouted and cried. The game had been won because we all believed the spirit of Christmas couldn't be beat. Santa waved to the stands and with all of his might shouted, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." In the blink of an eye he flew off on his sled. The crowd had gone home and I went to bed. The very next day, tucked under my tree, an oddly shaped present had been left for me. My very own football along with a note. Hold on to your dreams and always have hope. Anything's possible if you decide the spirit of Christmas is truly alive.